everybody. We're back with Senator Bernie Sanders. You're a ranking member of the Committee on Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions.
Right.
In a report you put out this week, minority staff found Trump officials had cut $2.7 billion in National Institutes of Health funding in the first 3 months of 2025, which cut cancer research by 31%. This is stuff that had already been allocated. Some people were literally in labs doing the research and were told, get out of here, like pencils down, get out, don't cure cancer. What can Congress do to stop this? Because the midterms are still a long way away.
All right. I mean, look, cancer is such a terrible disease that's impacted probably every family in one way or another in America. But it's not only cancer, it's Alzheimer's, it's diabetes. And we have, through the National Institute of Health, some of the best researchers in the world. It's kind of the gold standard for basic scientific research. The idea that they would go in there with a chainsaw and arbitrarily throw people out of their jobs who are doing important research makes zero sense to me and to the American people. And I would hope and expect that Congress will do everything it can to restore that funding.
On February, you embarked on a fighting oligarchy tour with Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, and you spoke to over 250,000 people over 12 states, and it feels like, as you say, we are in like a classic oligarchy with the richest man in the world cutting hundreds of thousands of federal jobs, programs, and grants.
And going after the poorest. I mean, think about the obscenity of the richest guy in the world cutting programs for hungry children. How disgusting is that?
Yes. If oligarchy, my question is, if you actually have achieved like an oligarchy is financial and political power in the hands of very few,
right,
who then use that financial and political power to increase their grip on financial and political power. That is a nefarious feedback loop. How do you break an oligarchy?
You've described the issue exactly. And if you look at our political system and you look at the economy, fewer and fewer people not only have more wealth, but control the economy, and fewer billionaires control both political parties. That's the reality. The only way that I know, and what Alexandria and I are trying to do, is you go all over this country trying to instill in people a sense that in our country, you've got to stand up right now, you've got to organize, you've got to act in an unprecedented way, because this is an unprecedented moment. They think that if you sit back and do nothing, they will take it all. They will take the power, they will take the wealth. Artificial intelligence is coming. You know what they did to federal workers? To thousands of people out on the street. That's their mentality. And they will do that in the private sector. So our job is to organize people in every way to stand up politically, in workplaces, in universities, on the streets, to demand that we have a government which represents all of us and not just the few. And that means, and one of the things we're doing right now, Stephen, we are urging people to start running for office from the school board to Congress on an agenda that speaks to the needs of working families.
We're going to take another break right here. Stick around for more Bernie Sanders.